Last munching and crunching. Remember, when you hear the bell, I play it 2 times, and that's your reminder to go ahead and sit and star, being oh so proud of who you are, and we're going to start our read aloud. My song for you, S-T-O-R-Y, a story, a story, S-T-O-R-Y, a story, a story, S-T-O-R-Y, a story, a story. Ava, thank you for dancing with me. You made me feel good while I was singing. Okay, today's focus is going to be on discussing the story's central message. That's the lesson to be learned. And then you guys are going to be retelling the end of the story, the last part. Okay, and then this is going to be a little different. When I read the book to you, I actually have to turn my video off. You're going to be able to hear me, but you won't be able to see me. Because I have to put the iPad next to my face, it gets a little too close, okay? So again, you're going to hear me, you just won't be able to see me. These are just ads. Skip those. Okay, so give me 1 second. Okay, I'm going to turn my video off, but you're going to be able to hear me. Remember, make sure you're listening to the end of the story and trying to figure out what's the lesson to be learned. Bug School was abuzz with hundreds of shiny, scurrying shapes. But no one noticed Heidi. She was standing tall like a twig. Heidi waved hello to her teacher, but even she didn't notice or look up from her weaving and threading. Scarlet and the spiderlings didn't see her. Hold on, went a little too fast for me. It's got a little blurry. Let me let it load for just a minute, you guys. Golden silk weaver and a web spinning champion. Good morning, class, she said as she hung up her weaving. On the hat stand. Uh-oh, that's not a hat stand. Now let's begin our counting lesson, she said. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm not a hat stand. Can't you see? Heidi stood as still and straight as a twig. The classroom was a flurry of counting and color, but nobody noticed Heidi. Oh, man. Nobody saw her at lunchtime, Kenyon. Nobody saw her here or there or anywhere, Melina. Oh, they didn't. Nobody noticed Heidi at all. Oh, Leah, I wonder how she feels. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Why won't someone play with me? Miss Orb loved teaching everybody how to weave. Weaving was tricky with sticky, fiddly threads. Midge needed a little bit of help from the cockroach twins. The spiderlings did really well. The sticky bug made a present for her Nana. Stinky bug, sorry. And Scarlet found lots of things to add to her weaving. An interesting leaf, a piece of bark shaped like a heart, a blue crackly petal, and a sprinkle of dirt. Then she found a twig. The twig let out a surprising yelp. I'm not a twig. It's me. I'm Heidi. And for the very first time, everyone saw her. Oops, said Scarlet. You look so much like a twig. Oh, there you are, Heidi, said Miss Orb. It seems your camouflage has been working too well. Midge just stared in amazement. He could hardly believe it. Miss Orb had a wonderful idea. Let's welcome Heidi to our class by weaving her a scarf. Everybody can make a square and we'll sew them together. Then we'll be able to see you wherever she is. They looped and threaded and spun all afternoon, and Heidi joined them too. It was the best weaving they had ever done. Heidi smiled and spun and twirled. She loved her new scarf. And everyone could see how happy she was, Kenyon. These days, Heidi always finds friends on the playground. She takes care of gaps when they go on adventures. Heidi helps research things up high. She even discovered a talent for basketball. And Heidi always wears a scarf except when she plays her favorite game, hide and seek. You guys want to count with me? Keep your microphones muted. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The fun's just begun. You couldn't see her, could you? Okay. Now it's time for us to talk about, and then Miss Lane, if you'll just pause the recording.
Yeah.
Did Heidi ever tell anyone how she was feeling or that nobody was noticing her?
No.
No. Do you guys agree with Ava or do you guys agree with Ava or do you disagree? I agree, Hayes. She didn't tell anybody. And it wasn't their fault that she was camouflage. Can you guys say camouflage?
Camouflage.
Camouflage means that she was blending in. She was a stick bug, meaning she looked like a twig. So it wasn't anybody's fault that they didn't notice her. The problem was Heidi didn't tell anybody, you guys, until she does what? What does she do to get noticed, Excellent? Don't forget you're muted, baby. Hold on, I can't hear you. Can you unplug your headphones for just a second?
Okay. They didn't want to play with her.
No, they did want to play with her. They couldn't see her. What does Heidi do to be seen? When Scarlett tries to pick her up like a twig, what does Heidi do? Heidi, okay, excellent. I'm going to come back to you. Listen to Heidi. Heidi, what does Heidi do?
She screams.
She screams to get noticed. Okay, excellent. Okay. You remember that part? So what does she do, Excellent?
She screamed.
She screams. Do you guys agree? I'm sorry, I keep doing that. Do you guys agree or do you disagree? She screams to get noticed. Okay, so the question is, go ahead and mute yourself, Excellent. So the question is, what is the lesson to be learned? If she was sad and lonely when she didn't tell anybody about herself, but when she screams and finally stands up for herself and then she becomes best friends with everybody, what is the author trying to teach you? Think first. Hayes, great hand. Hayes, will you lower your hand just a little bit next to your face? Hayes, what is the author trying to teach us?
He's trying to teach us that she screamed, and then they fixed her, and then he put a scarf on her so they know that she was there.
Yeah, and what does that tell you? If you're not being noticed and you're sad, you should do what, Hayes?
You should make a scarf for her.
Yes, you're being very to the book, but what about all of us? Let's say, Hayes, we're on the playground at Cheltenham and we're lonely and sad and nobody plays with us. What should we do, Hayes?
We should buddy up with them and play with them.
We should be seen. So you guys ready? You know what this word is called? It's called confidence. Can you say confidence?
Confidence.
Very good. And Hayes, you can mute yourself real quick. What Hayes is trying to get at is, in the beginning of the story, you guys, Heidi isn't very confident. She doesn't stand up for herself. And we all, Aaliyah, will you sit down? I don't want you to fall in 3. Aaliyah sitting down and tracking the screen in 2. We're all so focused on the learning right now in 1. Roya, same thing. I'm not sure what I'm seeing, Roya, but it's not your beautiful face. I'll do one more countdown. I don't want to take a dojo, but I will. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that is loss of a dojo point, but we're going to move on, you guys. What the author is trying to explain is, don't just be sad. Don't just walk around and have no friends. Now, they're not saying scream. I mean, yes, she screamed, but really what they're saying is stand up for yourself. It's okay to go up to someone and say, hi, my name is, and I'd like to play. She doesn't do that. Okay, and that word is called confidence. Say it again, confidence. Now I want you to think about, how did Heidi feel at the beginning of this story? Think first. Oh, I love the hands. Ariella, how was Heidi feeling at the beginning of the story? Don't forget you're muted.
She didn't feel getting happy.
In the beginning, she was happy when she didn't have any friends?
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with that or disagree?
Disagree.
Yeah, try that again. Ariella, how did she feel at the beginning of the story when she didn't have any friends? You want some help?
Yeah.
Ava, can you help her? How did Heidi feel at the beginning of the story when she didn't have any friends?
She felt sad.
She was so sad. Now I want you to think, how did she feel? And hold on one second. Miss Lane, right now, unfortunately, we can't record because I can't record the students' faces.
She feels sad.
So I don't have their faces up.
Oh, wonderful.
You pen, so this is all. If you want it to be recorded, it is.
Okay, perfect. Yes. So now
she feels sad, Miss.
Yes, Ariella, she does. You can go ahead and mute because now, and Ava, you can mute too. Now I want you to think about how she feels at the end of the story. Okay, raise your hand when you know how she feels at the end of the story. Kenyon, how does Heidi feel at the end when she makes all these friends and they weave her a scarf? Don't forget you're muted, Kenyon.
I'm unmuted.
Okay, how does Heidi feel at the end of the story when she makes all of her friends?
Happy.
Happy. Okay, so pay attention here. What is the author trying to teach you about friendship? If in the beginning of the story she didn't have any friends and she was so sad and lonely, but at the end of the story, all of a sudden she's feeling happy because she has all these friends, what is the lesson to be learned? Think first. Kenyon, don't forget to mute yourself. Melina, what is the lesson to be learned about friendships? You can go ahead and unmute yourself, Melina.
Her mistake is hers wanna sad because her not feel like.
Show me your notebook, Joseph.
She was sad she didn't have any friends, but at the end of the story, she made friends. So what does that tell you about friendships?
There you go. Good job, buddy. Okay, show me a pen.
I don't know.
You don't know? We'll help you. Don't worry. Aaliyah, what does that tell you about friendships?
Okay, thank you, Jay.
Don't forget to unmute yourself, baby.
Friendships are friends and they make fun of friends.
Do friendships make us happy?
Yeah.
Oh, are friends important?
Yeah.
Okay, let's decide. Oh, hold on. Hayes wants to add on. Hayes, do you want to add on? Unmute. Tell us more.
Friendships are important to us.
What a rich, juicy word. That word important is so rich and juicy. Let's agree or disagree with Aaliyah and Hayes, and hopefully, Melina, we're going to come back to you. That friendships are important. They make us happy. Do you guys agree with that? Or do you disagree? Waiting on Ava. Ava, do you agree with that or disagree? Okay, let's go back to Melina. Let's make sure we're tracking Melina. Melina, now that you got to listen to some friends, what is the author trying to teach us about friendships? Don't forget to unmute yourself.
Mommy's class almost over.
Not yet, but will you mute yourself, Aaliyah, so we can hear Melina? Melina, knowing that friendships make us happy, what is the author trying to teach us about friends? Did you hear Hayes? He used a rich, juicy word. You want to hear him again?
No.
Okay. Is the author trying to teach us we should have friends or not have friends?
The theme was acceptance,
Yeah, friend.
Have friends?
cooperation.
Yeah. And Hayes used that juicy word that friendships are important. Can you guys say that sentence with me? Friendships are important. Very good. Okay, ready?
Remember doing
I need you to get out your draft book
thumbs up.
and your pencil. You've got 30 seconds. Remember, Miss Langford uses a marker. You can't use a marker till you go to college. You got to wait. Okay, get out your pencil and your draft book. We're going to draw our line at the bottom of our page. I see Hayes got his draft book. Leah got her draft book. Open to your next. Oh, yes. Ariella's going. Ariella, you need to get your draft book. You got to get your pencil and your paper. Okay, and then don't forget, you use your pencil, but you draw your line. I think, Ava, remember, you don't draw your line because you your book looks like this. And so if your book looks like this one, we're going to draw our picture on the top and we're going to write our words on the bottom. But if you have a book that only has just a blank piece of paper, you just draw your line. This part now is what happened last in the story. What happened last? You know, Miss Langford's going to need help here. I need help. What happens last? Juliet, that was the first, that was a straight, strong vertical hand. And Juliet, will you bring it down just a little bit by your face? Practice that real quick. Juliet, bring your hand down. There we go. Unmute. Juliet, can you help me? What happens last in the story?
She's happy and she makes friends.
You guys agree with Juliet or you disagree? That was spot on. Like, man, if I was allowed to copy your words, I'd copy your words, but I got to make it my own. Okay. You told Miss Langford she's happy and she's making friends. So, Roya, what do I have to have in my picture plan? There's 3 things I have to have. Roya, don't forget to unmute. The who. Say the who.
Who, what, and where.
Yes, dojo points for everybody. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we got to have the who, the what, and where. Go ahead and begin your picture plan. Heidi and all her friends, and she's so happy. Oh, you guys, we should make sure that Heidi has on a what? What do they make for her, Leah, that we should put on our picture plan? Leah, can you hear me? Leah, don't forget to unmute. Well, Heidi knows. Okay, Heidi, Heidi, unmute. What do we got to make sure she has around her neck?
The scarf.
The scarf. Okay, so far, I'm not done. I have that I'm outside. And then there's my Heidi. Oh, and I have her little scarf. And I just to show that she's happy, I put yay. Roya, do you have a question?
I don't know where my notebook went.
Okay, remember, that's your responsibility, not Miss Langford, because unfortunately I can't reach to the screen and help you find it. I wish I could. You've got to go get a piece of paper and a pencil, okay? Because this is your job. You're at work right now. Juliet, do you have a question?
My pencil is gone.
Okay, again, remember, this is your job right now. It's your responsibility to have your school supplies, okay? So maybe you have to go ask a parent for a pencil. Maybe you're going to have to use a black crayon today, but you got to do your drawing and your writing. Your brain, I want your brain to grow. See, Katana's trying to give you a pencil, but she can't through the screen. Katana, how can I help you? Katana, how can I help you? You got to unmute.
I already have a pencil.
Yeah, and you should be drawing right now, just like Miss Langford.
Question?
We're doing our who, our what, and our where about what happens last. I can't wait to see your work on Seesaw. I'm working on my Scarlet.
Winter at the very bottom, next to the spot where it has a green
Katana, will you mute your microphone?
lift of it is the chat.
Oh, okay.
Thanks. So I've got Scarlet. I have Heidi. Who all do you have in your story, Excellent? Can you unmute? I want to put one more character in my story, but I just can't decide. What are you going to put? Oh, don't forget, you have to unplug your headphones so that we can hear you.
I was gonna put some trees when she was young.
Okay, so I'll definitely do some trees, but I want another character. Did anyone else do besides Heidi? Excellent. Will you go ahead and mute yourself again?
What?
Mute yourself again. Lyric, who are you going to put in your picture plan with Heidi?
I'm gonna put Heidi and her new friend.
Which one are you going to choose? Scarlet, Smidge, Miss Orb?
Scarlet.
Hey, Eric, it's
Scarlet.
time.
Okay. Anyone going to put the teacher? Oh, Leah, who are you going to put? Don't forget you're muted, Leah.
What does Scarlet look like?
You can make her like circles. I put Scarlet like that. I did my best to be my best.
I'm gonna work with the spider, and he's gonna shoot out his spider web.
Thank you, Aaliyah. I really needed a friend's help. I'm gonna do the spiderling too. Make sure you guys are muted. Focusing. Spiderling. And I made sure on all of mine that they're all smiling, because now is when they notice her and they're all having fun. And see, with my spiderling, I just did my best. At least I know he has 8 legs. Uh-oh, I might need to take these off. Okay, because I remembered that a spider had 8 legs. Okay, and then I'm going to add that tree because one of my friends said, don't forget a tree, Miss Langford. There were trees in the book. One more minute on your picture plan. Again, one more minute. And then let's show each other our picture plans. 30 seconds. Ready? Can you guys show your picture plan that you have so far for your friends in class? Oh, look at Miss Perez's. Look at her picture plan. Oh, look at Ava's and Leah's. Thank you, excellent, for sharing. Oh, Roya. Kenyon, a little closer, Kenyon. All right. Okay, now do me a favor. Even if you're not finished, you don't panic right now. It's pencils down, eyes up, because if you're looking and listening, I know that you're learning. Juliet is going to write this beautiful sentence. Juliet, can you remind us what you're going to write? Last, she is happy
and
I think it's either has or makes friends. I don't remember.
it makes friends.
Friends. Okay. Last, she is happy and makes friends. So Heidi has to draw 7 lines. Does someone else have a different way they're going to write their story? Ariella, what's your sentence going to be? Don't forget you're muted.
My sentence gonna be is
Last, what else?
my favorite part is yay.
Not favorite part. You're going to get to do that on Friday with another book. This is, we're retelling the story of what happened last. Let me give you another example. Who else can help us? Excellent. What are you going to write? Ava, will come to you next. Don't forget, excellent, you have to unmute yourself and unplug your headphones. Ava, will you put your brush down and focus on your writing, please? Thank you. Excellent. What's your sentence going to be? Remember, you're got to unmute your microphone. I'll come to you, Hayes.
My second thing is
So hold on. Last. It's last.
Last.
What?
Why?
No, it should be
She was screaming.
Who's that?
Well, that's in the middle. She's in the middle of the story. What happens last? She's what?
She's walking.
Okay. She's walking maybe with some friends. We're going to go to Ava. Ava, what are you going to write that happens last in the story? And then Hayes, we're going to come to you next. Excellent. Mute your microphone. Hold on 1 second, Ava. Okay.
So what was it again?
What happens last in the story? What are you going to write?
So what I'm gonna write is last in the story, Heidi has friends.
Wow. Wow. Last in the story, Heidi is happy and has friends. You have to do 10 lines in 10 words. You can do this, friend. All right. Hayes also raised his hand. He wanted to share what he's going to write. Don't forget to unmute.
Okay, share what you're gonna write. I unmuted you.
I was gonna write, well, I'm already on writing, but you stopped me.
Okay, don't stop. Don't ever stop. You keep writing. What are you going to write, Hayes?
I was gonna write last day made a scarf for Heidi and she was happy.
Wow, Hayes, I don't even have that many fingers because you have to do 12 lines. Yes, sir. I cannot wait to see your writing on Seesaw. Keep writing. We're going to start small groups. Okay, so